Hi, my name is Andres, and I would like to welcome you to the episode of the Average Brentwood Teens, a podcast about being teens, anime, video games, and anything else that pops into our heads.
Hello. Well, welcome to episode 3, a very special episode, in fact. It's the Average Brentwood Teens podcast. Why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves?
Well, hello. My name is Andresito, and hello, everybody. I hope everybody had a very nice day. And let me show you my colleagues, please.
What up? I'm Josh.
Stop, it's your boy Q.
I'm Jade.
I'm Michael.
Greetings, Prophet.
It's Young Clout.
They're not going to call you that, right?
Nobody's going to call me it. It's just Sean.
That ain't it.
I tried it.
He's Sean, no.
All right, so for today's topic, we are going to ask you guys a question that I'm a hip-hop head, you know. I love hip-hop. And one of the biggest debates here in the world, of course, in New York and across, you know, the streets, do you guys consider graffiti an art?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like...
Yeah, boy.
Now, for some people, they view it as a vandalism, you know, because a lot of graffiti artists actually, you know, they spray paint on the buildings or, you know, public property.
All right. I'm sorry to cut you
but
off.
that doesn't define
Look.
the fact that it's still art. You know, vandalism or not, it's still art at the end of the day.
All right. Well, here's the thing. People who consider graffiti vandalism don't have a artistic bone in their body.
Wow.
Okay.
They can't draw a straight line.
That's not necessarily.
No, necessarily. Listen, I put this on everything. That if you went to a person, showed them some graffiti, and be like, "Is this art or vandalism?" and they say vandalism, tell them to draw a straight line. Their line's gonna come out crooked.
That's the extent of artistic
like their
ability to draw a
sexuality.
straight line.
Nope.
Because you can accomplish that with a ruler.
Nope.
Okay, then.
Go ahead, Mr.
Yeah.
Q.
Yo, in England, they have like an art show where like you go on art show days, right? You go inside, buy your art, sell it all.
What's an art show?
Well, at this art show, there was a certain prankster who, like, straight up shredded one piece of the art while it was being sold.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, no, actually, he's a well-known prankster, and because he did that, the artwork can be worth more now than it was before, and most people call it vandalism, even though the art can be worth more now.
Yeah, because
That's in shreds.
that's a once in a lifetime thing.
Oh, like what Jay-Z said in his lyrics, my artwork turned into 1 million and then turned into 4 and then 8 and then 8.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's amazing.
Like he literally embedded a freaking a shredder into like a canvas.
Oh wow! So like to display.
So like as soon as it said going sold.
Oh, amazing! We have actually two other guests. My good friend over here, Mr. Anthony Chica, and Miss Karen. Go ahead, take your time. In the meantime, I believe
Coming in late.
I believe graffiti is a complete art form, but it depends when and where you do this art. Because if you're doing it on a public place, right, which is not allowed, obviously, you know, for legal purposes, you know, you are kind of sort of vandalizing public property, you know.
But no, it's only considered greedy depending on who sees it. Because it can be because vandalism can be inspired to create more people to do more good things instead of bad things.
Okay, what do you think about that, Mr. Anthony? About graffiti being an art or a form of vandalism here in America?
It's kind of like a work of art, like based on how you see it. If it's like very, how do you say, criticized? Like how do you say, like
Critiquing, like
something like that. Or maybe it's like insulting.
okay.
Then yeah, that's like a problem. But it's something like, but if it's something like very nice to say, that would be nice to put on. But yeah, it all depends on what they're putting on as what it would what the graffiti, what they're trying to say.
Oh, like what it represents.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was
pretty
saying.
cool.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, all right. I understand what you mean. Karen, what is your input on this? If art is graffiti considered art for you, or is it more like a vandalism that people randomly just paint across the streets or on the walls?
It depends in all reality, because it just depends on what they're trying to put. It's like what it says.
Oh, like what they're trying to represent?
Yeah, for me.
Okay, interesting. You got any input on that, Mr. Josh?
It's all about the meaning. It really is. Because if you're not gonna go somewhere and just do it randomly, it depends on all the meaning. Because you can't just have something random on it, like something that would offend somebody else. Because then everybody else would be like, nah, that's not art. You can't do that. You know.
Fun fact, since I'm a hip hop head, I b-boy, do my thing, What I do know is that back in the 70s, graffiti started up and coming. So if you go to the Bronx or Brooklyn, you actually see old school different graffiti from back in the day, which is actually pretty cool. It's like a little point of history that we had before, but now we're starting to see that graffiti is being appreciated now, right? Like we start seeing it online or little sceneries now, everything like that. It's pretty amazing. Go ahead, Mr. Q.
It's funny you say that because we literally just went through and saw a picture of the first person who ever did graffiti. His first tag was corn.
It's actually cornbread.
Cornbread. You remember this?
Corn and cornbread.
Corn and cornbread.
FAIL.
What?
What?
It was in the 1600s.
No, because you corrected him, so I said FAIL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was for a girl. Technically, it was for a girl.
Yeah,
his tag was cornbread. Don't know why he chose cornbread, but it was cornbread.
I mean, that is a good choice.
All right, what do you think about that, Mr. Mike? Yeah, you, Mike. Who else? You're the only person named Mike.
You mean Nico?
Oh, Mike, Nico.
I have no actual idea on the subject because I feel like graffiti is art, but other people see it as vandalism because now not everybody wants it. If you live in an apartment, okay, there could be some good graffitis and then there could be some trash graffiti. And some people just don't want it at all at their apartment. So it's really the person's idea of, whether they like it or not that defines it as whether it's the graffiti or art.
Okay, so now, do you guys believe graffiti is more gang-related now than it was before? Or do you think graffiti is more of a message?
Out in the streets itself, yes, but because most of the artists that used to do it just out and about went to how you most in most places you'll see them in tunnels and stuff like that and under bridges and stuff to actually make their art. But most of the time out in the streets, when you just see them on the side of the buildings or on the side of trucks, that's more gang related, just to prove a point. But I don't understand what type of point you're trying to prove with that.
Pretty interesting, man. There's a lot of points to prove out there.
Actually, I kind of disagree.
Oh, a disagreement.
Yeah.
I mean, wait.
Is that a word?
A discussion. There we go. My bad.
Is that a word?
Because, I don't know. It's because it takes a lot to, even, get up on a building and, risk your life to even do that. So, why wouldn't it be an artist doing that?
That's the whole point. If it's gang related, they don't really go on that high up. It's most of the time, how you see those
but the big murals you see.
Okay, that's an artist. That's an artist. That's a man. That's a whole man or a woman, whichever made the art. But
now, between your childhood, I mean, you guys are still young, technically speaking, of course. Are any of you guys good at art, drawing or anything like that?
Nope.
Not at all.
I'm not.
Jade, you're nice.
I'm more on the poetry side. Than,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's pretty cool.
I can draw pretty good with charcoal.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. You should bring a little art piece. That's pretty dope. Pretty interesting.
I'm not artistic at all.
Can you draw a straight line?
With a ruler, yes.
With the ruler.
See? Without a ruler, nobody can draw a straight line. That's not artistic, right? No.
Unless you do it fast enough.
If you do it fast enough, maybe. But did that just not prove my point?
Hey, you're right.
He doesn't
Sean,
think it's
earlier today you did mention.
Prove what point?
Go ahead. What's
All
your
right.
point?
So earlier, when I said people who think graffiti is vandalism don't have an artistic bone in their body. They can't even draw a straight line without a ruler. He just proved my point. He proved my point. Well, technically, they both. You asked him, "Can he draw a straight line?" And he said, "Not without a ruler." That just proved my point.
But he doesn't think it's vandalism, though.
Oh, I mean,
What do you think?
that's his opinion.
What's your opinion, Anthony?
On what?
Is it art or is it vandalism? Graffiti.
It's pretty much art. That's what, like, my opinion on that.
All right, I said most. I didn't say all. I said most.
My opinion is that everyone can draw. It's just they have to try hard enough.
What's drawing?
Listen, I'm the best finger and hand drawer here in
you
America.
can make a character in like 5
America?
seconds if you really
Listen,
want
if we're
to.
talking
Yeah,
about
Miss
it,
Turkey.
if we're talking about a hand turkey, I'm beasting at that, but I can't draw.
Gobble gobble.
Wait, what's your definition of drawing? What's the definition?
I don't know.
I
You
know
don't
what it is,
know,
I
then,
can't
like-
explain it.
If I have like, all right, so my guidance counselor said I had to take studio art unless I'm gonna fail, so I just took it anyway. So my for one of our projects, he said just do something random. I said really, just anything. All right, so at first I just made a random line in the middle of the paper. I was just like, there you go, how you feel? Yeah, that worked. He was like, no, there's got to be more. I was like, why, just why? But so then at that point, I just made random lines protruding everywhere off the main line that I made in the middle of the paper. So yeah, that's about it. Other than that, I can't do anything.
What did it look like?
It looked like a bunch of lines on a piece of paper. I mean, what did I not just point that out?
What'd you make?
Lines on a piece of paper. What do you want me to tell you?
Wait, were the lines straight?
No.
They're all crooked?
Round.
He just
You're a hypocrite.
Now, if
Technically, no. I did it on purpose. I didn't make I made him unstraight on purpose because he
You made
said.
a flower.
Yeah. What?
Flower.
Did I?
Yes, you made a straight line, then you made squiggly
I don't
lines.
know. No, like I made like squiggly lines. I made straight lines. I made like
you
zigzags. Like I didn't know what.
so many lines to write, but what we do know, there's one thing I want you guys to actually. I want to ask you guys: if you guys were standing inside a building, okay, a complete white canvas and 3 different colors of spray paint, yellow, blue, and red for my country, Colombia. Now, what you do is, if you had the opportunity, what would you draw on that canvas? Only graffiti form.
Well, Andres, actually, you have more than 3 because you can mix them.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you do.
what were the
All right,
colors?
Roy G. Biv, yes.
What were the colors? Red,
What were the colors?
Yellow and blue.
red,
yellow, and
yellow
blue.
and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow, blue, and red. All right, what would you draw, Mr. Josh?
What would I draw?
Yeah.
To be honest, what did he say?
Nothing. Continue. I have to cut that off now.
I didn't even say that.
To be honest, I wouldn't know. Really, probably the Colombian flag for no reason because that's the colors, I guess. Just
All right.
spray painted on the wall over and over.
All right. What about you, Miss Karen?
I don't know.
That's what I was saying.
Anything in your imagination, a casita with a bee or something like that. Anything in your imagination. What would you draw?
What's a casita?
That's a house. You don't know? We'll get back to you. Don't worry about it. Mr. Q, go ahead. What would you draw, my friend?
I'd probably draw like my world of Pokemon, like me riding on the back of a legendary Pokemon and flying soaring to the sky.
All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. Wow, that's pretty artsy. What about you, Miss Jade?
Pass me. I'm still thinking.
Okay, all right.
Well, adding with my partner Pokemon Infernape.
Okay.
If I'm artistic enough, I'd probably draw myself going to Disneyland.
Aw, that's mad cute, man.
No, I've never gone to Disneyland before. It
Wait.
makes me so depressed.
Which one is better?
Had your sister gone to Disneyland?
Huh?
Had your sister gone to Disneyland?
No. My cousins have. It
Now,
gets me very
which
angry.
one is better, Disneyland or World? The World is the big one. Right?
World.
That depends because Disney World it has more is like bigger, but Disneyland has more rides in it. So it's kind of a
Disneyland and Disney World are two separate things. Disney World, I'm pretty sure, is in California. Disneyland is in Florida.
Wow, that's a pretty good fun fact. Mr. Nico, what would you draw on this blank canvas, my friend?
Did you just say Disneyland's in?
So I'll probably draw a Rubik's cube,
Okay.
but like it's complete, but one of the cubes is a different color.
Whoa, that is mind-boggling. Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Symbolize that
I can't. That's pretty cool. Mr. Prophet?
Well, since we have 3 colors, I can make another color using those 3 colors. So I would probably try to draw a horizon, some water, the sun, and some coral.
Ooh.
And your podcast crew.
No.
What?
Mr. Sean?
See, what had happened was all right, so if I had those 3 colors, am I allowed to change these colors
Yeah,
from
yes, you
spray
can.
paint?
I never said you
No,
can't.
no. Am I allowed to trade in the spray paint for buckets
Yes,
of paint?
of course you can.
Okay,
Of course.
so I trade those 3 colors in for buckets and just throw them at the wall.
Wow.
I wouldn't care. Just
That,
throw it, splatter it.
That is very random. I like
I
that,
know.
man.
And you randomly makes a rainbow.
Exactly.
A 3-colored rainbow.
Now, what I would do is I'll grab the spray paints, stick my hand out, and just spray paint my hand so I can see my handprint everywhere.
You can stop now, Turkey.
I would most likely do that. It would be pretty cool, man, you know? But, you know, as us people, I think, in my opinion, in our hearts, we're all artistic in our own different way. Some people can draw. I can't. Unfortunately, I used to draw.
Yes, you can.
Some people
Used
can
to draw.
Some people can sing.
Yeah, that's
a little bit.
not-
And there's some people who can dance. And that's me. But besides that,
Look at me like that.
No, you
like
can't.
that.
No, you can't. That's Sean.
What? No.
Sean, the fashion dance doesn't count.
I know.
He thought it would too.
okay. Oh, but besides that, you know, we're all artistic in our own different ways, you know? It's beautiful, you know? Regardless of the fact, to me, in my opinion, graffiti is an art. Depending on the situation where that art is being displayed at.
It depends how like inappropriate is it.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Sean, what do you think? What do you think about this beautiful topic before, you know, we get to the next segment?
This beautiful topic.
There's nothing beautiful about it.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's nothing beautiful?
There was nothing.
It's artistically beautiful, you know?
No.
The fact that you can't draw.
The fact that
Wow,
I'm an art
okay.
person.
What?
I don't draw. I'm not an art person. I'm talking about this. Yeah.
Thing
You know, it's
Just here to
beautiful.
cite and argue.
But besides that, guys, we're going to go into our next segment. So give us a couple of seconds, please. And we are back into the second segment. Hello, everybody. Once again, our second segment is going to be about one of the things I, you know, kind of scared about this topic, but I trust you guys, flirting. Now,
This is,
you know,
I don't do relationships right now. I'm kind of
hey,
like
you don't have to be in a relationship, and it's okay.
Well.
It's okay. I don't, Mr. Sean. What? As an expert man, I'm not saying you're expert. What do you think about flirting?
Flirting? Since I can't read social cues, I don't really talk to people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like people.
What?
Lies.
No. All right.
You can't quote me on that.
That's
I don't like
actually
people.
true.
Look, basically, the topic is about flirting. Me back in my day. When you want to flirt with somebody, you bring the person flowers, a little note, and then you wait the next day. What?
We're the same generation.
No.
78.
This is
Andres, where'd you bring your
Remember
girlfriend?
that you're a millennial.
listen. This has nothing to do with me being a millennial. Let me just say my
Andres,
story.
where'd you bring your girlfriend then?
That's why you're stuck with us.
Damn.
All right. Besides that, back in my day, we used to give out the flowers. You know, the notes. You know, hey, how you doing? This is and that. You got to get to know the person, and you got into a relationship. Blah 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 blah. In your generation, well, I guess it's mine. A little later. What do you think is a definition of flirting, Mr. Sean?
Nowadays, yes, texting.
Texting. Wow.
Literally,
we
just
didn't text
straight
is done through DM, social
All right,
media.
look. Hear me out here. If anybody, the only time you will ever catch somebody walking up to somebody is to either get their snap and then they start texting.
All right.
Literally,
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
most of the time in our school, they'll walk up to you, be like, "Hey, you're cute. Can I get your snap?" Sure. 5 seconds later, they're texting from across the room.
Damn. So you're telling me that
It's sad.
with this DMs and all of these text messages, you feel like the interaction between two humans has become sparse?
Yes.
Artificial.
Wow. Artificial.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wow.
completely.
It's not.
Completely.
It's not
like
as
when you're
it's not as
texting
good.
and you're expressing the way you feel, you don't see emotion through the text.
Okay.
But if you're one-on-one on a person, you see like the difference. Because they're in like their perspective, they're painting a picture in their head. Meanwhile, like if you were one-on-one, you know, you'll see it differently.
Interesting. What do you think about that, Mrs. Karen?
Why is putting me on the spot?
Wait, what?
That's what a podcast is all about.
We all are asking questions.
I know. I don't know. It all depends. Cause I'm a different person. I don't like texting with the passion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like just annoying to me. Like
I agree.
I would rather call them, hang out, and if they're on their phone, I'll leave.
Wow. I like that.
Why are you snapping? Why are you clapping?
Because
it's a
that's
golf
really
clap.
cool.
I'm just gonna rub my hands together because I'm kind of cold right now.
You got a whole sweatsuit
I
on.
don't know.
No, okay, that makes sense. It's pretty cool. Josh, what do you think about that, man? You know, you're an expert bachelor. Tell me what you think, man.
I'm just gonna say lies.
Not a bachelor.
Oh.
I'm taken. So
Oh, all right.
Same.
to be
Damn
honest,
it.
I
Taken by
don't,
Jesus.
I
was the
don't like
only
the
one.
whole texting thing.
one
I
and
don't
only.
do that. You know, I like to go up to somebody, talk to them for a little bit, have a nice little conversation and everything, and then maybe talk to them again. Maybe talk to them a little bit more. Get something with them. Keep talking a little bit. You know, just hang out and everything.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Mr. Chicas, I know
Why
you
talking
told me
to
already.
I have no like relationships right now.
you
You don't need to be in a relationship.
I like
don't have to be in a relationship. Listen, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, my question is, if you were to meet someone, right, later on in life, how would you approach that person? How would each individual person, if you're single, how would you approach a person to get to know that person?
Snapchat. Basically, like they'd ask for their Snapchat mostly. I think. Well, I remember I've seen so many.
Okay, so you would use Snapchat, right?
No. Something. I don't know anything about like flirting or anything because I'm a bachelor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Stay out of it.
Anthony,
It's not worth it.
James, what do you think about that?
What?
What do you think? Like, how would you like to get to know a person? Through text, in person, flowers, notes, letters, what?
I'll just be like, hello.
Okay, so in person. Okay, that's pretty cool. What about you, Mr. Q?
Life experiences. If I see you like you are, I'll go up to you now. Go up to you and talk to you.
Wow, that's pretty cool, right? Pretty concise. I like that. It's pretty cool.
That's wild.
Josh, you already told me, you taking how
And I'm not single.
You're not?
You're not?
I'm not.
You're not? What? Wait.
Not to burn on you or
Wait a
anything.
minute.
Why did she say she's not?
Because
The other day.
Besides that, Mr. Prophet.
It's fine.
Am I the only one who's single?
Mr.
here?
Prophet. Mr.
Well,
Prophet.
besides Andres.
What do you think? Relationship status has nothing to do with the
Josh
Brentwood Library.
knows her.
Mr. Prophet, how would you view yourself as a man?
Like going up to a girl.
Exactly. There we go.
Well, you know, nothing crazy. I'll be casual about it. Be like, hey, I can't get your number because she'll probably think I'm a weirdo. But if I ask for her Instagram, I'll be like, oh, maybe we could hang out sometime, get some coffee, or you know, do this and that. And you know, that's it.
Okay, Mr. Nico, since you know you're such an expert on this topic, can you please give us a little input of what you think about this, man? If you don't mind, please.
First, I want to say that somebody has been spreading false rumors about me.
Allegations. Apparently, there's allegations.
I can agree to that.
To be honest, if I like somebody, I just ask them out.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't just get to know the person first? Isn't that important to get to know a person first before you ask them out?
I'm not good. I'm not good at that.
Definitely.
I just
Observe that person.
I just ask them, do you want?
I met my girlfriend.
I just ask them, do you want to hang out? If they say yes, I ask them for their number or their snap, and that's it.
Okay, interesting. What are you gonna say, Mr. Q?
Yeah, I met my girlfriend at an after school program where we get paid to go to school.
What?
Wow.
Paid to go to school?
You get paid to go to school?
Offered me that because I never liked going.
Yeah, we get paid $50 every other week.
I don't like going, and they never offered me this. What?
That's what
Wait,
I'm
no,
saying.
no. I need to know about this.
You go to school all the time.
We're now flipping topics. What do we got?
Yeah, you have to have a C or better.
Uh-huh.
And then
Oh, that's why they didn't offer.
If you would like to know any information about school after school programs, go to your school after school and find out. Thank you so much for your
He's in
cooperation.
high school.
When you get to high school, you will always know. But besides that, now about flirting. Do you guys believe eventually everything will be virtual? Like you don't even
Yes.
have to go home at all. You just, oh, what's up? You know, like Tinder, except you actually see the person and speak with the person. Do you guys think that will happen eventually?
Sir? Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
Definitely? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Explain the question.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on.
ahead,
I'll
Sean.
do it because
He'll translate.
he doesn't get it. All right, so basically, if you were talking, like, if you weren't dating your girl now, right? And, like, let's fast forward, like, 40 years. And you want, well, not maybe not 40, like 20, maybe to 10. Doesn't
15.
matter. 15, okay. At the most, 15. And you're sitting there. You don't, all you have to do, go home, click a button, and she's standing right in front of you.
Like right in front of me?
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
Virtually.
Not, like virtually, like a hologram.
Hologram?
Yes, a hologram.
Like a hologram.
See, my thing is, I still don't think I would use that, like, low key. I think they'll understand, or they'll, like, think better. You take the extra mile to go and, like, talk to them face to face, not hologram, you know?
Joe, Josh, you spitting facts today, man.
Spit.
That's what I'm talking about, man. All right, that actually makes
to be honest, that's how I see flirting now. You can't just hide behind the screen and text and everything. Go, like, meet someone face to face. Go hang out. Do something. Don't just text the whole time.
right.
That's when you met my girlfriend met.
I forgot what the movie was called, but it had like Sylvester Stallone in it. And, it was like all futuristic and stuff. And basically, they basically turned off like all like. I don't know if I could say this on here.
Basically, the movie, they turned off all the stuff, and eventually they got together and broke the rules.
Basically,
That's what happened.
Basically,
I don't
basically.
understand.
The Giver?
by-
No,
Yeah, that's what basically happened.
I said Sylvester Stallone. I don't remember seeing Sylvester Stallone in The Giver. I don't think that was ever.
Well, regardless of the fact, you know, enjoy your life first, man. You know, if you're a bachelor, bachelorette, and you're not dating anybody, enjoy what you need to do. You know, focus on studying, and
Low key.
always remember, love yourself before you love someone else. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, you cannot love nobody else.
That's not true.
Not true at all.
That really is not true.
That
If
really
you
is
can't-
not
How
true.
is it not true? If you can't love yourself, how can you have the power to love someone else?
I never even
I
loved
agree
myself and had a 2-year relationship. How does that make you feel?
Right now,
Well,
I
same.
mean,
How long?
that's
how
2
long is the
years. That's not
relationship?
like.
It was 2 years.
And I've hated myself. Andres, I hate myself. But I'm still treating my girlfriend right.
Okay, I mean, all
Yeah,
right.
but it's gonna
right.
end anyways.
But there's like a deeper meaning to
There's a
it.
deeper
Yeah.
meaning. You gotta
It's
love
like
yourself. You gotta have that
Truly
confidence.
love yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Prophet.
You will like love her differently. Like Once you start appreciating yourself, you'll appreciate her even more than what you.
And you'll
have.
appreciate the little things.
Yes,
That's why.
little things matter the most.
Exactly.
Sean, what do you appreciate?
What do I appreciate? Absolutely nothing. I don't do absolutely nothing.
And thank you so much for the second segment for this beautiful podcast. And we are back to the last and third segment. It is the free for all, and apparently the podcasters want to interview me for some odd reason. But okay,
we
I
gotta
guess it's a
get to know you,
special
bro.
podcast. Well, Mr. Sean, you can start out with the first two questions if I'm correct.
Yep.
Can you lower the thing?
So tell us how you came to work at the Brentwood Public Library.
You see, about 9 years ago,
Long time.
a very long time, 9 years ago, I was your age.
Oh, really?
And I would come here every single day, right after school. And I thought to myself, man, I ain't gonna work over here, man. And one day, I originally, my first job, I used to work at Subway. And I was like, I needed a second job. So the one spot that I never thought of having a job at was here at the library, and Miss Coles offered me the position, and that's how I started working here, and I love it because every day I learn something new.
So tell us where you were born.
It's one of the best questions of all time. Thank you so much for asking me this question.
Okay.
I was born in the beautiful country of Colombia, okay? When I was 5 years old, before I came here when I was 6, I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, cutting caña. Caña is sugar cane, okay? When I was a small kid, we had a little finca, we had the cows, we had the, what are those things that say oink oink?
Pigs.
Sorry.
Welcome to
Pigs.
Minecraft.
We have chickens, roosters. It was beautiful. And then I came here in the United States when I was 6 years old.
So you were basically in Minecraft, but in real life.
Pretty much, yes.
Except without being pixelated.
Yeah, I'm not pixelated.
Except without breaking trees for your hands. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty sure if you punched a tree with your hand, you'd break it. But it's okay.
Yeah. What's the profit?
When did you go to school? Oh, where did you go to school?
I went to school, well, first I came North Elementary, and then North Middle, and then finally Brentwood High School, Sonderling. And obviously the freshman center, like my good young friend over there, Mr. Chicas.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys are funny.
Was it difficult to learn English for you?
That's a good question. A little bit, yes. You know, because you fresh out the country, you know, you got to learn
Fresh meat,
fresh meat. So you got to learn
Newbie.
you got to learn the language quick. So
the culture.
yeah, so it took me, I would say, a good year and a half or 2 years to like at least pick up sentences, but it wasn't too hard. Luckily, my brain was a sponge, so I took all the words in.
Next question.
You want to?
You want to ask? Go ahead. You guys.
Number 5.
Can't see that. Did you play sports in school? If so, what sports?
Before you answer this, can I just assume?
Go ahead.
Volleyball.
No, I wish.
Damn.
I wish I did volleyball.
Basketball?
But no. I used to play a little bit of basketball before. At first, I did not like playing. I did not like soccer. No, I did not like soccer.
That's why I didn't assume.
That's why I didn't assume.
Yeah, but I watched a documentary about Colombian soccer, about the drug cartels and blah blah blah, and I fell in love with it. So I actually did not play for the soccer team for Brentwood, but I did play tennis. 1 year. I played tennis 1 year.
I can,
Yeah.
I
about
can
male
imagine you with the
cheerleading?
tennis.
Yo, I was so
tennis
good. They used to call me the
shorts.
Prince of Tennis, but then I messed up my knee. But it's okay.
To retire.
I had to retire early.
Yeah.
Those are the
Win
sports that I
games?
play. What happened?
Do you win any games?
I won like 2 games, I think. I was horrible.
How were you? Wait, hold on. How were you the Prince of Tennis?
I don't know. That was my nickname I gave to myself.
Wow.
Everybody just gave me the name. I don't
That's
know.
like laughing at your
It
own
makes
joke.
sense now.
So who do you have a crush on, Andres?
Oh my God!
Is that
I know it's one of these girls in the
That's not one of the
library.
questions.
That's not I'm sorry, I cannot answer that question. It was not
personal.
answered on the sanction.
Yeah, it says right there.
Yeah.
It does not say.
Are you serious?
No.
Yeah.
It does not.
Yeah.
Wait, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, I'll plead the fifth. Next question, please.
It does. It actually does.
Question.
I have no crushes at the current moment. Next question, please.
He's
That's a lie.
lying. I mean,
That's an
he's a
entire lie. I
liar.
know that.
Liar.
The Brentwood Public Library
I
does
don't
not
like
sanction
liars.
this.
You're a liar.
Next question.
All right.
That is the next question.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I do. I actually have 3 brothers and 1 sister. I am the oldest.
Really?
Yes.
25.
How old are they?
I'm 25. One brother is 21, 19, 5, and 13-year-old sister. I'm the oldest.
Question.
Do you like working with kids and teens?
Well, I believe I don't like working with kids and teenagers.
What?
I love working with kids and teenagers because every day I learn something new, and and it's pretty cool that I get to experience this with you guys at your age, and I hope that I can be a role model for you guys when you guys get older, and you guys
Or we
do
could be
stuff.
your role model.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You guys role model me.
I can just
now
see
I'm
you in the
saying-
next 10 years.
Yeah, no, of course,
I'm saying.
definitely. It'll be nice to see you guys progress, so that 10 years from now, when I'm like 30 something,
Something.
you guys, are succeeding in doing your thing.
So, tell us about this viral video
Wait,
that
what?
you have.
Your viral video.
Your viral video.
Oh,
16,000 views.
16. Wait,
No,
what?
16
1.6 million.
1.6 million?
million.
It's 60 million.
16.
16.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
you're really viral. Is this a bad viral?
It was
or
a
good
one.
viral?
It was a one hit wonder. It was a. I was
like singing Barbie.
I was on my-
Wait, how come I don't know about this?
I'll show you. I'll show you
don't
later.
know.
I'll show
Oh,
you.
is it like the T-Rex thing?
No, something else. Okay, I was at my friend's birthday party, and they were playing this like good, really, really good salsa mix, and I just went hard, and I guess somebody recorded me.
Oh, you danced?
Yeah.
Oh, you were
And
dancing.
so I was
I wanna
going
see
in.
it now.
I was having a lot of fun, and the next day people just started hitting me up. Are you Andres? Blah blah blah. I'm like, yep. And then I hit
Yeah,
60 million views. To
after
this
this-
day, it's still counting.
No, after this, you have to show me the video.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you have
I'll
to see this
definitely
video.
show you the
You have
video.
to show us.
Definitely.
Andreas, what was your first job? First ever job?
My first job ever,
Yeah.
officially, I used to work at actually cleaning 3 Capital One banks with my parents, and then after that, Subway, Chipotle, and then here at the Brentwood Public Library.
Subway.
Yes, I used
I
to work
should
at
have known
Chipotle.
you earlier then.
Yeah, maybe you seen me. Maybe I made you a sandwich. $5 foot long. Remember those? Now it's like $6 foot long.
Where? You always
Hey,
had
something.
Not like
So
you.
expensive now.
So $5 foot
Not like you.
It's mad money for
It's
no
like
reason.
$2 for a soda. I'm like, why?
Yeah, but Andreas.
It's ridiculous.
So-
It's ridiculous.
I have a serious question.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Tell us about the Condor. And can you do it now?
Oh my gosh. The California condor is one of the largest birds on the land here in the United States, okay?
Okay, yeah, but we want to hear
Its
your story about
wingspan,
your
hold
Condor.
up, but I gotta give you the history. Its wingspan
The back.
is about 12 feet long. Its wingspan. It's one of the biggest birds. It's crazy. And I used to do this California condor almost every single day in my English class with my teacher, Miss Dan. So sorry. I'm so sorry. And I loved it, All right, fine. I can't show you. It's not on camera right now. But I can make the sound, all right? Are you guys all ready?
Cam coming.
As the California condor, guys.
Why is that bird so big?
I have no idea.
Why is that bird so big?
It's so big.
No, I'm serious. Why is the bird so big?
Okay.
The bird is huge. What the? What do you see yourself doing in the future?
What do I see myself doing in the future? To be honest, I don't know what the future holds for me, but what I do know is I'm enjoying the present that I'm doing right now with you guys right here, and it's an honor doing this with you.
I have a quote from Abraham Lincoln, which says, well, I think I've said it before, but I think you guys should take this into consideration, which is the only way to predict the future is to make the future.
I've heard that so many times.
Wait,
It's
I
true, though.
don't-
I love it.
I don't know if this is a quote. It's just something like I thought
Are we in quote mode right now? We all doing quotes? All right, we're doing quotes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because you said you don't know what the future holds.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
There's no such thing as the present. There's just the present, and then it's like today, then it's today, then it's today,
Ooh,
then it's today.
that sounds like a school quote.
Wasn't that a double standard? He said there's nothing like a present. Then he said the present, today.
No,
today.
there's no such thing as the future. I'm sorry.
Oh, like tomorrow doesn't exist.
Yeah, like tomorrow doesn't exist because it's always
it's
today.
true. I guess.
Interesting.
Like, I guess.
I mean, technically, tomorrow does exist because you always ask people to do stuff the next day.
Well, you're not always guaranteed.
Yeah, but you actually
you're not always
do that
guaranteed
that
tomorrow.
But besides that,
tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah.
But
it's true. But
All
regardless,
right, listen. I said one thing. You didn't have to do all that.
Well, I have another question for Andres. Would you ever be a mascot for any type of sports team?
100%.
As long as it's a
I'll probably be that chicken that dances salsa in the basketball game. Remember that? He had the dance battle with the wolf?
Oh, you mean
God.
That was hilarious. Anyways.
I don't got Facebook.
As long as the mascot is a Californian condor, he'll do it.
But guys, thank you so
that's
much.
Bird considered.
Of course. Thank you so much for giving me this interview, guys. This was a very special third episode, and we will see you in the fourth episode, which I have no idea what it's going to be, but regardless of the fact, it's going to be amazing. This is Andres. Thanks for listening to the Average Brentwood Teen podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Brentwood Public Library, a cool place that lets teens do fun stuff. You can find them on iTunes, Google Play, and any place you find podcasts. Teens do cool things. They were here, but now they're not.